Welcome to It Takes Two. I'm Blair.
I'm Chris.
And today we'll be talking about Sister Wives Season 18, Episode 8.
Welcome back, y'all. I'm happy that y'all joined us for this episode. Before we get into it, subscribe to us. We are trying to get to 1,000 subscribers by the end of the year. We are not close. Okay?
Closer than we were.
Yes, yesterday by one subscriber. Thank you for that one subscriber. But do you know how, like, on a telethon, they, like, encourage people, like, come on, we almost there.
Yeah.
I'm about to start fussing at y'all. Okay? No, thank you. Continue to subscribe, like, share, all the above. We appreciate everything that y'all are doing to support this channel. Blair, let's get into this. Let's pace and space this, because this episode is actually one of my favorite episodes so far.
It was pretty good.
One of my favorite. Last episode was, I would say, if you're not a fan of the show, or if you don't know how to watch the show, you will see, or you would think that it was boring and that there was no information. But I think this episode would be good for even the casual watchers, because it was just like, it was a lot of stuff that was surface level that for us fans of the show that we can actually see past and get into it. So let's get into this episode.
All right. Well, Robyn and Kody go over to Meri's house.
Hey.
Robyn says she always wants to be supportive and try to help with the relationship with the other wives and Kody.
Okay.
And Kody never knows why Meri calls him over to talk.
Jesus.
He just says, okay. Well, Kody said that Meri and him don't have a marriage.
Well, they like he said that plainly, that flatly, you know?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
And, well, he said we don't have a marriage, kind of, sort of. I feel like the kind of, sort of was...
Him trying to be nice a little bit?
No, him trying to think of Robyn, because Robyn don't want to be monogamous.
Oh, okay. So, not even to spare Meri feelings.
No.
Okay, my fault.
Right. Well, Robyn keeps her distance when he's around the other wives. They don't show affection. Meri speaks to when they were... are usually when the wives are on good terms with Kody. PDA is fine, but when they're on bad terms and people are feeling insecure, that's where more issues come about.
Okay.
And Meri reveals that she's going to downsize and move the clothing business to where the B&B is. Kody says, okay, that's good, right? That's what you want, right? That's good. And Robyn is secretly wanting him to give her something to hold on to. And Meri calls out the fact that Kody's wearing a different ring.
Different than the ring that they got married in?
Yeah, they all used to have the same ring. And he is wearing something else.
What did you think about that scene, Blair? Walk me through it. Walk me through your thoughts.
Well, my thoughts were, this is Kody and Meri's dynamic and kind of lack thereof relationship, and it's been like this for a long time. Robyn wanting Kody to give her something to hold on to makes me feel like Robyn wants Kody to string Meri along, and that's irritating, because why are you so involved in these people's relationship? You know, you don't need to be an advocate or whatever the case may be, to try to get Kody to say the right thing to keep Meri there. You need to focus on your marriage.
Can I ask you a question about that?
Yeah.
So when you say string her along, do you mean, for my clarification, are you saying it like Robyn knows that they are not on good terms, and you're saying that like it's intentional on Robyn's part that like she want Meri to stay in this dark place with him?
I think Robyn just wants Meri around regardless of how Meri's feeling, because she wants to be in a polygamous relationship. Okay. And the hope that she is wanting Kody to give would be a lie. So to me, it just seems like she wants to be delusional. The fact of that's just not the state of their relationship, and why are you trying to make it something that's not? Especially because it serves you. That's it. Well, what do you think?
Well, let me point out some small things that was very funny to me. Like, you can literally see the distance between like Kody sitting on one end of the house, basically on one side of the kitchen, and Robyn and Meri is standing on the other side. He said that he don't like to sit in the middle. Sure, I guess fine, right? I'm actually surprised that he ain't standing up, because usually like if he's standing up, that means he's close.
In and out.
Yes, exactly. I don't understand Robyn in this point. I don't know what it is, and maybe it's because like I'm trying to take off my monogamous hat. I'm like, there was no prepping of this conversation on your part. Like if you're an advocate, right? Or if you're supposed to be, if y'all supposed to be colluding, I'm just gonna use that word. Like you had this conversation with Meri privately and things like that, and then y'all both decided that like we have to tell Kody this and things like that. There was no prepping or priming on Robyn's part to basically not blindside Kody, because the blindside Kody means that Kody cares. He don't care. But my thing is, like, you should know. For you to say, I'm just hoping that he gives her something to hold on to. And I'm like, you don't know this man. I'm like, y'all definitely don't talk about Meri in the house then. Because if y'all talk about Meri in the house, everything that he's telling us in this confessional face to face, he would tell you, like, Meri can go. Matter of fact, if you just would have said to Kody in the house, like, hey, what do you think about Meri going up to the B&B and taking care of her mother's business or her family business? He probably would have told you in the house, like, that's good for her.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I don't know why everyone in this scene except the viewers and Kody is confused about Meri and Kody's relationship. Kody ain't confused. The only ones that's confused is Robyn, which is weird because it's like, you know, he's always at your house. You know, he's never at Meri's house. And Meri's is like, she walking on eggshells as if, like, she said, like, he's making it awkward. And I'm like, I don't think he's making it awkward at all.
Right.
I think he's sitting there very clear. He wasn't there sitting down going like this with his hand. He wasn't trying to hide it. He was just like, to me, I'm like, did you just notice that? Like, this probably is when you noticed it because he don't be around you. So I think they made it more weird because they are trying to come off of, I don't want to make it seem like I'm leaving the family.
Yeah.
And Kody's whole point is, I don't know why you are still here, Meri. And, like, I feel like they just made it more awkward than what it had to be, you know?
Yeah.
Let's go.
Moving on, we are at Garrison's house. He bought a house in Flagstaff.
Okay.
Christine and Janelle are going over with Gabe and Gwendolyn. Gwendolyn is Christine's daughter. And Christine thinks that it's just going to be kind of chaotic with them living together. They've lived together in the past just as kids growing up, but they also have like 2 dogs and a cat. They have different political views as adults. And Garrison is saying that he feels like basically or was it Gabe? One of them felt like the family has abandoned ship, and all the moms are operating in their different families to hold them together. And he's just happy that Janelle and Christine are getting along so they can enjoy each other. Yeah.
One thing that stood out in this scene was that that they was talking about how holidays is going to be. And
that wasn't that scene yet.
It wasn't that scene yet?
Was it later on?
Later on? Well, I guess this scene was just a passing scene. But eventually, I guess we're going to see that while they're there in this house, they're talking about, I guess, how their family's going to function.
We can talk about it now.
Down the line. Oh, no, that's what I'm about to do. I'm not going to ignore that, I guess. If I'm here, I'm here.
Okay.
You know? And one thing that they talked about was, like, how, like, where we gonna spend holidays and how things gonna happen on holidays and things like that, and basically like what is the new family thing. And the thing that's weird about this is I understand that there is a bond that everybody have because of this sister wives thing that they had.
Yeah.
But I think what one of the children said is true. Like the women are operating in the way that, you know, that they see fit for their family because they're not in this sister wife situation thing anymore. So that is going to affect the children. That is going to affect how things are had, being holidays or things that are going on, be it if you see your father or not, or it's even going to affect how y'all go see each other, right? If it wasn't for this living situation and things like that, who knows how long y'all would have been seeing each other. So I think everything is going to affect everybody because the family is broken apart. Yeah. And that's natural when families break apart. You can't be surprised that things change when things are not the same. You know?
And they make the point that there won't be holidays together anymore. Christine feels that the dynamic has been more devastating for Janelle's kids than hers. Honestly, the only reason I could think of that is because Janelle has been pretty even keel the whole relationship. Yeah. And her kids probably never felt the ups and downs of their relationship. But Christine is just so vocal that her kids probably always knew the ins and outs of her marriage and what she was happy and unhappy about. So to me, it just seems like they probably could see it coming.
Yeah, and that's one thing that I was saying a couple episodes ago. Like, she was venting to her kids. I'm like, I don't, even when she had that paint night or like that wine and paint night, whatever it was with her kids. And I'm like, where are your friends at? You know, so things that are, quote unquote, I don't want to say adult only conversations, but for any clarity, I don't think she was seeking clarity when she was venting to her kids. She just basically just dropping off.
Just dumping.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So how do you feel about what Christine said about, hey, with me, my kids are good. But with Janelle, like, it is going to take some time. Like, do you think that's fair? Or do you think, like, that's, like, kind of...
I think that's the reality of the situation.
Okay.
I think that she has bad taught Kody as much as she has. Of course, everyone has experienced it individually. But I think the older kids are starting to experience things with their dad personally. Whereas I think Christine has probably involved them in stuff even when it wasn't necessarily their dad personally having situations or conflicts with them. So I don't feel any type of way about her saying that. I'm thinking it's probably true because Janelle has always been on Kody's side. And if you're on Kody's good side, then the kids are on the good side.
Yeah.
So.
So what's next?
Yeah. So back at the B&B, Kody thinks that the B&B is Meri's happy place. He already doesn't see her often. And he is not trying to get really back into a real relationship marriage with her. He sees the writing on the wall and is waiting for her to catch up.
Please, Meri, catch up.
And Robyn is saying that Kody thinks, she thinks there's hope because he remembered something years ago about Meri and someone buying some type of item from her. And that gives Robyn hope that why would you remember that if you didn't care? And I'm just like, because it's something that happened. People remember things.
Exactly. I definitely remember when I fell off my bike the first time. It wasn't a special moment, okay? It hurt. Okay?
Right. And Kody, he doesn't need pressure from Robyn trying to make him be around his wife, Meri. Like, Robyn's trying to show Meri there's hope, but Kody isn't, and it feels like it's a deal breaker for Robyn at times.
Listen here. The reason why Kody can see the writing on the wall is because he wrote it. His signature's on it. He wrote it as big and bold as possible. Meri, I don't like you. Meri, I don't love you. Meri, I don't want a relationship with you. Meri, I don't want a marriage with you. Meri, I don't want to see you. He's going like this every time. Like, do you see what I wrote? I wrote it in print. It's not in cursive. You don't have to think hard. And this is what made me think. Now, listen to me, guys. I'm not the type of guy to apologize, so I'm not going to apologize. But I will give a caveat to y'all. To all those people that said, like, you know, is Kody and Robyn paying y'all and things like that. I never was a defender of Robyn, but the way y'all hate Robyn, I didn't understand. But this scene, I kind of see what y'all see in like some factors. So take that as a half apology a little bit. Because I'm like, you are, what's the word? If you know that this man don't have no feelings towards Meri, why are you giving her something false to hold on to, which can potentially down the line hurt her even worse? You get what I'm saying, Blair?
Yeah.
It's like you're talking to us saying, you see, when he do things like this, I'm thinking there's hope. I don't think that's what you think. I think you're lying to me in my face. I think you're thinking of, oh, if he continues to do stuff like this, then my family won't be broken up. But I don't think it serves Meri. I don't think this false hope serves Meri in any way. Meri already the type, as Blair said last episode, to drag her feet to things, to really not be decisive in things. And Kody is saying the same thing. Throughout this episode, Kody said the same thing. He said, I don't know what Meri want to do. Meri can't read the writing on the wall. Meri just here, you know? And I find it very interesting that in this position, like, Meri is having a hard time to actually say the facts that's been going on in their relationship. Is that there is none.
Well, she does a good job saying it in the confessionals, but it's like it's hard for her to say it in front of him. I don't know. It's like the weirdest thing.
How so?
In the confessionals, she was saying everything.
I mean, yeah, like, I seen that. But
yeah.
like in front of him, why do you think it's like hard for her? Like, you think because she still love him?
Well, because she's always saying, like, I want you to know I'm not leaving you. I have hope for this marriage. I'm going to fight for this marriage. And I think that's what she wants her narrative to be in the relationship, is that he always knows that she's fighting.
Oh, okay.
And she never wants to admit that, okay, it really is kind of over and I do get it.
Question then. Question. Is this one of those things to where... Do you think she's really fighting for the relationship? I'm just going to start there, and then, like, you probably get what I mean. Do you think Meri, like, still wants the relationship and fighting for the relationship? Or is she's, like, she want to be seen as fighting for the relationship?
I don't think she wants to be seen as fighting for the relationship. I just think that Meri is just afraid to make a move. I think that's all it is. Because I don't even necessarily consider her fighting for the marriage, because she's not trying to do counseling with him. She's not trying to have hard conversations with him. Mm-hmm. She just want to be around.
because she's been there for
years,
for 30 years or whatever it is.
So I don't even think she's really fighting.
That's
I think she's just
though.
there. Like, she's just a very scared of change person, and I think that in it of itself is what keeps her where she's at.
Then if that's the case, you just open a portal for me. Mm-hmm. Can I jump through it?
Go ahead.
If that's the case, Kody, it's your fault. Let me get the chain out the way.
Right.
Kody, it's your fault. If she's scared of change more than she wants the marriage, mm-hmm. and Kody is the only one being honest mm-hmm. of saying, I don't want the relationship. Meri's like, I'm not going to do counseling. I don't want to have hard conversations. I don't want to do any of these things. I don't want anything. And Cody's the only one that's communicating straightforward. Even right. in his way. You mm-hmm. get what I'm saying? Is Kody absolved from this then? Like basically, you're saying Meri is more scared of change than she wants reconciliation. Mm-hmm. And basically, the reconciliation wouldn't be so much about, oh, I get my family back, I get my husband back. It'd be more about my life doesn't have this dramatic turn.
Yeah, of where, like, I'm not around Kody and Robyn. I'm not living in Flagstaff. I'm in a whole completely new life. What does that even mean or look like? I'd rather not even go down that road. Because even when she was talking and Kody... Well, let me try to get through the scene. Because there was a lot that went through.
You definitely could jump scenes. It doesn't matter because I am in the portal now.
Okay, well, the thing is, like, even when Kody was throwing out ideas to her, because he was trying to ask her, what are you doing with this bed and breakfast? Mm-hmm. What is your goal? Why are you taking up space in the bed and breakfast? Yeah. You got a house at Flagstaff.
Very direct questions.
Yeah. And Robyn was just trying to put a blanket over it to say the house is sentimental. She wants to keep the house.
That's not what.
And he was like, I'm not even saying anything about that. I just want to know, what is Meri doing for real? Mm-hmm. And Meri doesn't know. She can't answer. She starts crying, and she says it gives her a lot of anxiety because she really doesn't know what she wants to do. And to answer your question, does that absolve Kody? No, because I think if Kody didn't want to be with her, then he could just say, hey, we're not together anymore. But he doesn't want to do that either. He doesn't want to be the one to make the decision. He just wants to have you at arm's length. Mm-hmm. You can still be a wife. You can still be around. Mm-hmm. But I'm not going to treat you like we're in a marriage. But I'm not going to actually tell you to leave or break up with you.
Walk us through this scene.
Okay. Well, Robyn is trying to get Meri to say that she's still committed and not leaving the relationship.
You done opened something in my mind that I didn't think of when I was watching it.
Well, Meri says she's not leaving the family or Kody.
And stop there. Then, like, how, like, what do you mean? Like, I don't even know what that means now. Mm-hmm. Now that this portal's open, right? You're not leaving the family. Like, saying you're not leaving the family and not leaving the marriage. Mm-hmm. In Kody's mind, he's like, you are physically leaving. Mm-hmm. But I don't see it as leaving the family because we don't see each other anyway.
Right.
So it's kind of like they are saying two different things. Kody is saying, like, you go be in a happy place. Mm-hmm. And she's like, well, I'm not leaving the family and the marriage. And he's like, well, you are physically leaving, but I'm not mad, though. I think Meri's trying to say it like, I'm just going to say this so he won't be mad. And Kody's like, I'm not really.
He's like, you could do whatever.
I don't feel anything, but you are leaving. Like say that. Go ahead, continue. I didn't mean to cut you off. Go ahead.
You're good. Yeah, Kody. He says that Meri saying that has no effect on me. And Kody, this is the part where we get to Kody asking, is the B&B going to stay and keep running?
Yeah.
Robyn talks about the house being sentimental, and Kody just wanting to know, what is Meri doing and why is she in Flagstaff? And she never bought the bed and breakfast as for it to be like her own home. Kody's saying you could just move into the house and just use it. You know? And she's taking up a room that's supposed to that could be a room for someone else. Meri's saying you know, why she wants to know why Kody doesn't care, or why does he care about what she's doing or what decisions she's making. Meri doesn't know what she wants to do with the B&B. She still has hope for the marriage. It's causing her a lot of anxiety. Meri was hoping that Kody would care.
That's weird.
About her leaving, about the status of their relationship, anything. She said conversations like this make her want to live on her own. And Kody was saying that Meri and Robyn are making him uncomfortable. And I totally lost my spot.
You just got to scroll up. That's all.
Okay. Yep. They're making her uncomfortable. And if he abandons his wives, he feels like Robyn will lose respect for him.
Now, this is what I understood what Kody was trying to say. This is what I heard, right? He was against initially getting the house and things like that. But he understood that it was a sentimental thing for Meri's mom, for Meri and things like that, or at least to keep the house. So he left that alone. Yeah. So Robyn and Meri trying to make it seem like she's not going to sell the house. I don't think Kody was ever come from that position. I think he was coming strictly from the, like, why are you B&Bing it for? If you have a house.
Yeah. Live in the house.
Stay there. Okay. You don't want to do that. Okay. So if you don't want to do that, why are you taking up space in the house if you can rent that out too?
Just for you to drive 5 hours
just for you, because you said you don't want to live there. So why are you doing that? I think they was trying to make it seem like she's not going to give up the house. She's going to be back and forth. He's like, I understand that. But I don't think he said if you was to say, I'm leaving the family and I'm staying up there, he'd be like, okay, cool. That is concise. That is straight to the point. But for you to say, I'm just up there to run the business, but I'm still going to be here and things like that. He's like, okay, so you don't want to live there. So you basically taking money out your pocket when you can rent out that space or rent out whatever it is. And Meri tried to make it seem like, I think Kody forgot that my mother was in one room, so I probably just stay in that room and things like that. And I'm just like, I think Kody is actually... He's actually unraveling your plan in front of your face. Yeah. He's actually showing you your indecisiveness to you.
And it's too much for her to handle.
Yes, it's too much for her to handle because he's like, it makes no sense business-wise. And also, it doesn't make sense personally. You get what I'm saying? Like, so he's like, what are you doing here? Yeah. What did you think about that part? It just goes back to your point of Meri don't like change.
Exactly. Meri don't like change. And Meri is going to try her best to keep things the same, even as upside down and cuckoo as it is.
Yeah. One thing I would commend Kody for. Don't turn it off. I'm commending Kody. You can see it in his face. You can see it in his shoulders, how it drops. You can hear it in his confessionals that he is, some would say, mean to how he comes across when it comes to when he speaks of Meri and their relationship. But he don't want no he don't know why there's no reconciliation. He don't know why she's in Flagstaff. Like, I'm only really talking to you because if I don't, Robyn's gonna lose respect for me and things like that. Like, it could come off as insensitive. In person, many times we seen Kody act like an a-hole. But in person, it really did look like in that moment he was really trying to understand Meri. Yeah, like he really was not.
He wasn't picking at her. No, he was trying to see where she was coming from, but she don't know where she coming from.
In that moment, I'm like, Kody could just be mean and just be like, "Don't come back," da 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 da. But in that moment, it really did feel like, yeah, you know what it feels like? It feels like, oh, I care until you don't make me care. Yeah. Because I'm caring by asking you these questions, and the more you talk in circles And the more you,
and then you get to crying,
and then like he's just like, you know
like,
what,
whatever.
Yeah, exactly. It's just like
it's your life.
Exactly. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Be happy in the place, because he's like, if this place makes you happy, why don't you live there? And she's like, because I'm not leaving the family. He said, okay, if you're not leaving the family, out in the writing, you know, if you're not leaving the family, why are you taking up space there then? Mm-hmm. Questions we all want to know as well, Kody. Yeah. If maybe in the comments, if maybe y'all understood it differently, enlighten me, because Meri had me in a loop for a second as well too. Go ahead, Blair.
Yeah. Well, we go back to Christine. Christine is in Flagstaff. Okay. And Janelle and Kody are going on a date for Janelle's birthday. Uh-oh. And Janelle is able to compartmentalize what's going on between the kids. And she says, when it's me and Kody, we really can just have a good time just together. Uh-oh. And Christine, she knows that Janelle's kids are frustrated. She talked to one of Janelle's kids and was just saying that, you know, just you got to let her be happy and do what makes her happy. And Christine said she's going to support her, whatever that means. And Janelle, she's still saying in the confessionals that she doesn't anticipate the good things for the future of her marriage with Kody. But she said, look, I can go out on a date. Yeah. I don't have to sit at the house. Yeah. And I think that bothers Christine.
I think that only bothers Christine because it bothers Christine because she wants Janelle to hate him. Mm-hmm. Right? It's not enough. Because to her, which is to her point, to Christine's point, she's like, if it's not working, just cut it off. Yeah. Like, don't leave it in limbo. Don't be separated. Just cut it off. But with the way Janelle is, that's all she's done throughout the whole relationship was compartmentalize her emotions. So she's like, hey, I will hang out with him, or I will have a conversation with him if need be, and things like that, because I have practiced in years and years of practice on compartmentalizing this issue. And if we just want to talk, or if we just want to link up and things like that, I can do that. Yeah. But with Christine, she don't understand, which some people will probably agree. I'll probably agree partially too. If someone treated you bad to the point where you have to compartmentalize things, why do you even want to be around them? Yeah. Like there's nothing.
And he's done so much to your kids.
Like if you compartmentalizing all these bad things, what are the good things that's still there? Yeah. And I think that's where Christine is like, I thought I had a partner. I thought I had a crime. I thought we can talk about how much you hated your marriage and you have this new life and things like that. We talking about you moving next to me. You don't want to do that. You just I don't feel like you're mad enough. I don't feel like you're upset enough, you know? And like I said, misery loves company. Yeah. Even if it's not, and I'm not saying misery as if like, you know,
like Christine's miserable.
No, I'm just saying it like Christine sees it from the outside. She's not in it no more. She's outside that cult, quote unquote. So she's like, do you see how damaging it was for us? What do you mean? Like you still want to talk to him on the phone or hang out with him? Like, I don't understand it. Like once you're out, you're out. You're out. Why are you going back? You know? So, but I understand. Yeah. I understand. Go ahead.
Well, we are back at Meri's house, and Kody is just going to be throwing out ideas because Meri doesn't know what she wants, and Cody's been trying to guess their whole relationship, what Meri wants.
Listen here, Kody just started saying random things, and I'm like, Kody, I'm with you because I need help.
He says, what about a casita on Coyote Pass? He even brings up the RV type thing, which he really went in on Janelle about. He was like, this is the dumbest thing. Why would she live in an RV? But he brings that up like, hey, okay, this is an option so you can still be around. And Meri isn't feeling any of that. And Robyn looks at it, which is for me the whole reason why Kody was saying it. And Robyn tells us in the confessional, you know, Meri is still a part of Cody's big picture. Just him offering up these suggestions of her living on the land just gives me hope that she still will be a part of the family.
Robyn, stop it.
And that's exactly what he wanted you to think, Robyn. Whatever. Kody says, well, you know, I always wanted to build a barn on the land.
This man started talking
I
for
got
himself.
some cars that I don't drive in the summer. And we, oh my gosh, we're just so overwhelmed with all the stuff in the house. I can build a loft and you can live on the loft and, you know, get you a mini fridge and stuff like that. And Meri is just so put off by that. He wants to put me away like storage. And Meri is just like, I'm just going to get a smaller house in Flagstaff. Kody's like, look, the writing's on the wall. Whenever he tries to talk about their relationship with Meri, he gets resistance. And if she wants to live this life of denial, he'll live it too. Robyn is saying if Meri doesn't want to do it anymore, that she wants her just to be happy. Meri needs Robyn, which Robyn was telling us that Meri needs Robyn to always tell her that there's hope because Mary's not always strong enough to fight for her marriage with Kody. And Robyn agreed to that.
Forget fighting for your marriage. What about for yourself?
Yeah.
You don't fight for yourself. You got this man about to put you in a barn with his cars, all that oil and fuel, whatever,
and the Christmas trees and ornaments and all this stuff,
whatever the barn smells like. Listen here, man. He even said, listen here, the RV experience gonna be different for you. You don't got dogs. You know what I mean?
And it's just you all alone.
Exactly. You away, you know? Listen here. Kody's like, look, it's not fair to neither of us, if I'm gonna be honest. But if she wanna play this denial game, I'll be there with her.
Yeah.
I'll be there with her. Because like he's like, I don't know how many times I gotta say it, but don't make me say it. Like he don't want to say I don't love you, I don't want you around. He rather tell us this. Maybe she's finding this out when like we're watching it. Maybe post edits and things like that, to where she's like, oh, this is really what he feel about me. But he really don't. He's Robyn is insensitive to Meri's future because if you keep her here just for your present feelings and things like that, when Kody blows up on her and really tells her how he feels about her, it's gonna crush her. So if you know that Kody's over here talking about putting you on the top floor of a barn, I don't even know that he's talking about like I definitely go get some permits. I definitely go talk to the city and things like that. I don't even know if they gonna have a bathroom in there.
Right.
The only thing I know is that he said you can sleep on the top loft. You know. And basically, like, you know, you'll see me in the summer or in the spring when I come exchange my cars. Yeah. And things like that. Meri, he doesn't want to be with you. He doesn't want to see you. He doesn't want anything to do with you. He don't want to reconcile with you. He said, I'd rather live in denial with you because you're in denial. If you want to be here, I'll be here with you. Yes. Okay. RV. And the thing about it is, in the long term and in the long run, I do think like it only hurts Meri. It doesn't even serve Robyn in any way. You get what I'm saying? It doesn't serve neither of them. What do you think? You basically just said like this is just all basically Meri's indecisiveness.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like it's the same thing we've been saying. It's nothing new.
It's weird, but why does she sound so clear in the confessional then? Like in the confessional, she sees that like he's trying to put me away.
Because like I said, like she wants him to know she's always going to be trying, and that's her way of fighting for her marriage. If she were to admit that to him,
it's a fake try.
If she were to admit that to him and know that she knows where he's coming from and actually has a conversation, that makes it that much more real. And then she actually has to decide to do something. So she'd rather just tell us.
I'm about to say
because we can't do nothing about it.
We can't do nothing. We're gonna talk about it at most.
Right.
Go ahead.
Well, Kody is taking Janelle out for her birthday. Yeah. Kody doesn't know why him and Janelle can't reconcile. He's really confused, and he's like, there's a bigger issue that I'm just not getting. It's because you're not listening. She says, honey, thank you, after he got her a reservation at Mariposa. And Janelle says they have fun. They're going to have a fun, easy evening and just enjoy each other. Janelle thinks that they're different people now than they were when they were younger, and he wants to be in a relationship, and she wants to be in a relationship where she's equally considered. They turn the cameras off to relax and have a fun night. Later on in the episode, Janelle, she tells us about the date and how it was great, but eventually she stopped holding his hand because it just didn't feel right. And Kody wants to feel like a person to her, not like an object.
Yeah. Now, listen here. Don't fool me. She said we're going to turn the cameras off because it could be a bit intrusive. No, we know y'all probably was kissing.
And rubbing and touching.
Probably touching, hunching in the car. You know what I mean? And then, because if that's the case, he said he want to feel like a person and not an object. What do that mean? Don't use me just for pleasure. You know what I mean? And then why y'all holding hands? Was it after or was it before? I think they had that last, when you're at the end of the relationship, y'all know each other, both have needs. Of course, the parallel of what he's trying to repair with Janelle, he's not at all trying to repair with Meri. He's even willing to take this woman out on her birthday to a restaurant that she can't even get a reservation for. So it's like you see the effort.
Yeah, the amount of care is different.
Exactly. He even saying like he feels like it's a first date where he got butterflies and he's like, I wonder if we go kiss after this. I'm sure y'all did a lot, And I'm sure if Christine found out about this, she will be mad, and I hope she finds out about it. And I do think in the long run it's probably not good for them to be together. But they know each other, so they probably just went out, have surface level conversation, surface level dinner, and surface level sex. You know what I'm saying? It just gets straight to that. And then they just go their separate ways and just leave it at that. They ain't got to talk about kids. They ain't got to talk about living arrangements. They ain't got to talk about anything that actually will benefit them in the long run.
Right.
Because they just like, we're just different people today. Anything you thought about that scene?
No, I just think it's what Janelle said it was. She's compartmentalized and she wanted to enjoy her birthday. She didn't want to be at home alone on the couch. So she went out with her man, had a fun time. And she still doesn't think there's a future, but she had fun.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Happy birthday, Janelle. Anything else?
No.
Y'all be good.
Bye.